Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss the third chapter of 10th grade CBSE curriculum, Money and Credit. We will cover money as a medium of exchange, modern forms of money, loan activities of bank, two different credit situations. Let's begin. We are going to talk about something we use every single day, money. Now, can you think where all you spend money today? Your school bus ride, the snacks you bought, the stationery you bought, even your internet connection. Almost everything involves money in some way. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself why we use money? We use it for transactions. To buy something like milk, shoes, stationery, to get services like a haircut, dental checkup, taking a cab. Now, what are the methods of payment nowadays? Paying by cash, right? And second would be debit card. So debit card is like a plastic version of your bank account. When you use it to buy something, the money comes straight out of your bank account. For example, if you have 1,000 rupees in your account and you spend 100 rupees with a debit card, your balance becomes 900. The third method would be UPI, Unified Payments Interface. This is getting very popular in India. It's like a magic bridge that allows you to send or receive money from one bank account to another instantly using your phone. You don't need to carry cash or cards. You just scan a QR code or use the person's phone number or UPI ID. For example, if you owe somebody 50 rupees, you can open an app like GPay or PhonePe and send rupees 50 directly from your bank account to theirs. Now, fourth method could be credit card. A credit card is like a loan in your pocket. The bank gives you permission to spend money even if you don't have it right now. At the end of the month, you have to pay the bank back. Example, you want to buy a 1,000 rupee gadget, but you only have rupees 500 right now. You can use the credit card to pay 1,000 and then repay the bank later. Now let's go back in time to a world where no money existed. People used something called a barter system. That means they exchanged one good directly for another. For example, imagine a shoemaker who needs wheat. He would have to find a farmer who grows wheat and wants shoes. That's a pretty tough situation, right? What if a farmer already has shoes? Then the deal can't happen. Both people need to want what the other person is offering. This is called a double coincidence of wants. In a barter system where goods are directly exchanged without the use of money, double coincidence of wants is an essential feature. Think about how hard it would be to shop at a mall with barter. Hey, I'll give you 5 bananas for that shirt. Sorry, I don't need bananas. See how confusing and difficult that would be? Now that's why money was invented. With money, you don't have to find someone who wants to exchange goods with you directly. Instead, the shoemaker sells shoes and gets money. Then he uses that money to buy wheat. So money becomes the middle step. It lets people sell what they have, buy what they want, without needing both sides to want each other's things. So we learn that money is the crucial intermediate step which eliminates the need for double coincidence of wants, helping us buy goods and services easily. Since money acts as an intermediate in the exchange process, it is called a medium of exchange. But have you ever wondered what people used before coins and paper money? Let's find out. Long ago, people used things like grains and cattle as money. So you could give a bag of rice to buy a tool or exchange a cow for clothes. These items had real use in everyday life. You could eat the grain or use the cow for milk. Later, people started using metal coins made of gold, silver, copper. These were easier to carry and didn't spoil like food or animals. This system lasted for hundreds of years, even into the 1900s. Today, we use currency, paper notes and coins. But here's something interesting. Modern currency isn't made of gold or silver or any other precious metal. Unlike grain and cattle, they are neither of everyday use. The modern currency is without any use of its own. It's just a piece of paper. But then why is it accepted as a medium of exchange? Why does it have value? Because the currency is authorized by the government of the country. In India, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, issues our money. No one else is allowed to create currency. By law, no one can refuse rupee payments inside India. This is what gives our money value, and everyone trusts and accepts it. Now, let's say someone gets 50,000 as salary. They won't carry all of it every day, right? Or might not spend all the money immediately. So what do people do with this extra cash? They'll likely keep it in a bank. Bank allow you to deposit money safely by opening a bank account in your name. You can earn interest on it. Yes, the bank gives you interest for keeping the money. You can withdraw it anytime when you need it. This is called a demand deposit because you can demand or withdraw your money anytime. So you don't even need to withdraw cash. You can pay through a check. Now, what is a check? It's a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from the person's account to the person in whose name the check has been issued. For example, you write a check to your friend for 500 rupees. Your bank transfers that amount to your friend's account. This means you can make payments without using cash. Demand deposits share the essential features of money. The facility of checks against demand deposits makes it possible to directly settle payments without the use of cash. Since demand deposits are accepted widely as a means of payment along with currency, they constitute money in the modern economy. Let's look at this check and understand how payments are made through it. You can see the date on the top right. Then pay to is mentioned. Here we have to write the name of the person whom you are making the payment. Amount has to be written in words and numbers both. You will see only written after the amount and this sign after numeral amount. This is to ensure that nobody can add more words or numbers or change the amount. Account number is already printed and then signature of the person who is making the payment has to be made. Branch number, check number and coding used by banks are already printed on the check. Every check has a unique check number. Now you can see that account payee is written on top left. It means that the check must be paid only into the account of the person to whom it is written. Crossing a check with account payee means that the check cannot be used by someone else. It adds a layer of security to the transaction. Moving on, in today's economy, money isn't just paper or coins. It also includes bank deposits, check payments, digital transfers like UPI. All of this works smoothly because of the modern banking system. Without banks, there would be no deposits, no check payments, no digital transactions. That's why banks play a very important role in our money system. Have you ever wondered, when you put your money in the bank, what does the bank actually do with it? Do they just keep it in a vault? Let's find out. When you deposit money in a bank, the bank doesn't just save all of it in a vault. In fact, in India, the bank only keeps about 5% of all its deposit money in cash. Why? Because only a small number of people come to withdraw their money on any given day. So this 5% is kept handy for those people. What about the rest of the money? The bank uses it to give loans to people and businesses that need money. This is called credit or a loan. For example, if someone needs money to start a shop, the bank gives them a loan from the money you deposited. In this way, the bank connects people who have money with people who need money. But here's the important part. The bank charges an interest rate when it gives a loan. This means borrowers have to pay back a bit more than they borrowed. Interest plus the principal amount borrowed. Why are banks doing all this? What do they get? Do they get any profit? The bank gives you some interest for keeping your money with them, but they charge a higher interest rate on loans. The difference between what is charged from borrowers and what is paid to depositors is their main source of income. For example, bank gives you 4% interest for your deposit. Bank charges borrowers 8% interest on loans. That difference, 8% minus 4%, is how the bank earns its income. So in a nutshell, you deposit money, bank keeps a tiny part as cash, the rest goes out as loans, bank earns money from the interest borrowers pay, part of that goes back to you as interest. Banks are like a bridge that connects people who have money with people who need money, making sure that money is used to help businesses grow and support people's needs. Moving on, let's understand what credit is, how it works, and when it helps or harms a person. Credit or a loan is an agreement where one person lends money, goods or services, the other person promises to pay it back later. So basically, someone helps you today and you return the favor with money or goods in the future. Sounds helpful, right? Yes, but only when things go as planned. Let's look at two real life stories that show how credit can be both a blessing and a burden. Story 1. Salim the Shoemaker. Salim is a shoemaker. It's a festival season soon, and a big trader gives him a huge order for 3,000 shoes to be delivered in a month. Now Salim needs more workers, raw materials like leather, more money to keep production going. But he doesn't have all that cash. So what does he do? He takes credit in two ways. The leather supplier gives him leather now, and Salim promises to pay later. The trader gives him advance cash for 1,000 shoes. With this help, Salim completes the order. He makes a good profit. He repays everyone. Story 2. Sapna the Farmer. Now let's hear about Sapna. She's a small farmer growing groundnut on 3 acres of land. To grow her crop, she needs seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, water and electricity. But again, she doesn't have enough money at the start of the season. So she takes a loan from a money lender. At first, everything seems fine. But disaster strikes. Pests attack her crops. Even after using expensive sprays, the crop fails. She can't repay the loan. Her debt grows. Next year, she takes another loan. But even with a normal crop, she can't pay off the old debt. She ends up selling part of her land just to clear what she owes. In this case, credit trapped Sapna in a cycle of debt, something we call a debt trap. In rural areas, mostly the demand for credit is for crop production. And crop production involves considerable cost on seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, water, electricity, repairing of equipments, etc. Farmers usually take crop loans at the beginning of the season and repay the loans after harvest. Now, repayment of the loan is crucially dependent on the income from farming. The failure of the crop makes loan repayment impossible. Whether credit would be useful or not, therefore depends on the risks in the situation and whether there is some support in case of loss. Now, what did we learn? Both Salim and Sapna used credit, but the results were very different. Salim used credit for production and made a profit. He repaid his loans and grew his business. Credit made him better off. Sapna used credit for farming but faced a crop failure. She couldn't repay and lost land. Credit left her worse off. So the same credit can be positive when used wisely and supported by success, can be risky when things go wrong and there's no backup. That's all for today. You'll find the notes now. If you learned something new today, give this video a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more such easy and fun learning. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Thank you.